Welcome inside TD Garden, everybody. Jacob Toby alongside Jimmy Toscano. Let's talk a little Celtics right now. Let's talk some Kyrie Irving. We got the news earlier today that he would be going for a second opinion on that left knee soreness. I mean, if he's out for an extended period of time, what does this team look like? Because we saw tonight Terry Rozier had a good game, 15 points, 6 rebounds, and he would be your starting point guard moving forward. How do you feel about that?
Well, after tonight's game, I'm excited.
You are.
I'm enthusiastic. Yeah, I think Celtics might win out. No, not exactly.
No, Jimmy, no.
I gotta say the win Tuesday night against the Thunder was exceptional for them. I mean, love the win. Very impressive. You had the guys like Rozier stepping up, Tatum stepping up, young guys that really stepped up under the lights, national TV, with the stars out, Kyrie out. Brown is out still, so super impressive. But long term, point guard position, Kyrie Irving. If Kyrie gets that second opinion and it's no bueno, and he ends up missing serious time, then call it a season, because that's it. You don't have Hayward, you don't have Kyrie. With Horford playing the way he is, you don't really have him either. So you really don't have any of your superstar players. I got to say, it would be probably a first-round exit without Kyrie.
Jimmy, I have to agree. I mean, right now you're matched up with the Bucks in the playoff standings. Giannis
might just take them all 1-on-5.
He's a tough matchup. And if Brown's going to be a little banged up and you're not going to have Smart, who's going to defend him? Plus, if you don't have Irving.
Smart's gone. I think let's assume Brown's back. Let's assume that he's good to go. But you also don't have Smart. That's another one that's a huge piece. And Ice, another one.
Exactly. And I think Smart's your best defender. So, and if you don't have Irving, who's your top scorer, obviously, in one of the top 5 in the league, that's going to hurt you. Now, I mean, do you think Rozier can keep up what he's doing right now? That's the question.
There really hasn't been a point where he's slumped for a significant stretch since he's had that expanded role, since Smart went down the first time. He's really stepped up, and in my opinion, right now his stock to me is higher than Brown's stock. If I'm Danny Ainge, I'm seriously wondering. I'm starting to at least wonder which guy is more valuable to you, especially if Smart's gone. If Smart hits the road in the offseason and you have Rozier as your backup, and you have a decision to make. Obviously, I'm no slight against Brown. It's more of a compliment to Rozier, the way he's played and the shots that he's made. Even Tuesday night, he had that stretch where I think he had 8 straight points. The thunderous dunk, the 3-pointer, swoop-de-doop to the lane there. So I mean, he's really just impressed me lately. And he believes in himself, and I think the team believes in him, the coaches believe in him, and the fans, I think more than anything, are starting to say, I mean, compared to when he was drafted, you had people saying, who the hell is this guy? And now they're saying, Tito 3 Sticks, put him up in their rafters.
I think the one thing for me with this Celtics team, even if Kyrie Irving's healthy for the playoffs, are they still a little bit too young?
To win a championship?
To win a championship, to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, to compete against whoever it may be. Maybe it's Toronto or Cleveland or whomever. Are they still a little bit too young? Is it still a little...
I think in some instances they are young, because when you look at the guys who are contributing for them right now, you look at Tatum, you look at Rozier. Kyrie's not super old, but he's one of your veterans. But you call him a veteran. You got Horford. He's a veteran, not playing well right now, but you got to hope and assume that he'll be back to the way they think he can play into the playoffs. And then you've got to really rely on your role players, like Marcus Morris. Huge shot tonight. We can't talk about him. We can't talk about this win without talking about that big 3.
For sure.
He's really come on as of late in that second half.
He's a veteran. He's been in this league a couple of years.
And he's a guy that they really rely on for offense. So I do think that they are a veteran enough team and a skilled enough team and a deep enough team to at least go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not going to say that they're a favorite over the Raptors right now, because I think the Raptors are playing lights out, and I don't know if they're good enough to beat either the Rockets or the Warriors. But they proved tonight that they can certainly beat a team like the Thunder. Some would say is the 3rd best team in the West, and I think that they're as good as almost every team in the NBA, but I think that they might hit a wall when it gets to those elite of the elite, that they are maybe just half of a tier under right now.
I talk about it all the time. Playoffs are a different animal than the regular season. We'll see if those rookies and second-year guys can step up for the Celtics. We'll also check in and see how Kyrie Irving's doing as we move forward. And the Celtics go on a 4-game road trip.
Hold your breath, fans.
Exactly.
Keep your fingers crossed.
4-game road trip going out west. Celtics will take on Portland in their next game. That's Jimmy Toscano. I'm Jacob Toby. Thanks so much for watching The Garden Report.